there's some questions out here about our rotations, and you know, at this point of the season, should we keep a short rotation, 8, 9 guys? Should we try to incorporate Luka and Trey Jones a little bit more, Gorgie Jang a little bit more? And those are a little bit more difficult to answer than you would expect. Um, because the guys that really need to step up for us to be successful are already getting the minutes. And I'm talking about three guys in particular. I'm talking about Jakob. I'm talking about Patty Mills and Keldon. Right? Those are our three guys that actually, if those three guys can step it up on offense and defense, we're pretty much good enough to compete with anybody. Now, shots have to fall, blah, blah, blah. But when those three guys are clicking, Jakob, Keldon, and Patty, those are the three that are kind of are taking a back seat right now. And when they have bad games, when those three at the same night don't play well, we don't have a chance in hell. And that's kind of been the norm here for the past, I don't know how many games. We just keep getting blown out, and really it's because we need more out of those guys. Devin Vassell, man, is a rookie. We have not and are not going to give him a big role this season, and especially just right now. We're not going to be like, hey, Devin, you know, carry us in these last 3 games, or Luka and Trey, hey, come in and take all Rudy's minutes and Patty's minutes right now and help us win. They're not ready for that. And if you think that, if you're one of those people that think, man, Luka and Trey need to play right now, they'll make us better, then you don't understand. I'm sorry, anything about team dynamics and what it takes to coach and be a part of a team throughout a season. Because right now, that's not what you do. Even though Patty's not playing well and all that stuff, Rudy's actually playing very well. But even though Patty's not playing well, you don't sit those guys for Luka and Trey just because they have upside. Because we know what we're gonna get out of Patty, we know what we're gonna get out of Rudy, and we need them to step up. It's not about can the other guys perform better than them? No, at this point in the season, 4 games left, trying to get to a play-in where it's a must-win like game, and every possession is gonna count. You think that you're gonna risk, putting in some of these young guys more minutes when you need your veterans in there, the guys who who are gonna most likely not make mistakes, who are not gonna hurt the team, who are gonna be able to execute game plans, who are gonna be able to execute defensive assignments. Like, you gotta understand, like, for rookies and young players, that's hard to do for a full game, and you can't take errors. When you're in a 1 game elimination scenario like the play-in is about to be. So those guys, their future is bright. Like Trey Jones, Luka, those guys, that Devin, their future is bright here with this organization. But it's not going to be this season. I'm sorry to say. Their time is coming. And it's going to be coming in this off season, and it's going to be coming into in next season. Expect them to have bigger, more consistent roles next season. But right now, we need Rudy Gay. We need Patty Mills to step up. We need Keldon to figure it out, and we need Jakob to be a beast and get a double double. To try to average a double double, not 3 games where he only scores 2 points, then 1 game where he can pull 14 points out of nowhere. But that's not the norm. We need that to be the norm from Jakob if we're going to be successful here down the stretch. We need Keldon to put up 15 points and close to 10 rebounds a game if we're going to be successful. Those are the areas where we need to pick up. And Patty Mills has been the key to our bench unit for years, and that's not changing anytime soon. He actually has a bigger role this season, right? He's been asked to do a lot. So, I'm not putting any fault on Patty. We need Patty to just keep shooting, keep being aggressive, and hopefully over these next 4 games, shoot himself out of this shooting slump that he's in. And hopefully come in that Memphis game, bro. I mean, hopefully we can hang on. We're going to talk in a little bit about what the scenarios are for the Spurs right now. I mean, the last episode, I felt pretty confident about saying this is our 10th seed, 10th spot, and I still feel that way. But let's talk about the scenarios and what the Pelicans got to do, and what the what the Kings got to do if we go like 0-5, right? We're gonna look at those scenarios here in a little bit, so hang in there with us. So finishing out this season, we need those are the key guys to me, because we know DeMar's going to be a 20-point bucket. We know DJ is going to be defensively there, and he's going to be close to a double, 14, 15 points a night. Lonnie Walker is trending upwards in the consistency area too. I think the team has told him like, yo, you got the mega green light, and like especially in the second quarter, it's like, dude, don't hesitate. Like, you're the guy. Pretend you're DeMar DeRozan in the fourth, right? And I think Lonnie's heard that loud and clear, and so I'm confident in what Lonnie's doing right now on the floor. Defensively too, his effort and toughness looks like it went up a couple notches, and attention to detail. So Lonnie's trending upwards, so that's great. Rudy Gay's been there all season. He's still probably our third or fourth best guy. Hate it or love it, Rudy Gay is our third or fourth best player on any given night, straight up off the bench. Hits big shots for us in clutch moments too, all that good stuff, right? So the rotations should be short right now. I don't think we should be adding any players into the mix or giving more minutes to anybody. That backup center role, Drew Eubanks, is kind of solidified that he's the guy that's going to come off the bench first. Gorgie Jang, because he's a veteran already, might be a guy that we see slip in there a little bit more depending on what the need is in the game, a big, to shoot the ball, like he does or not. He might be the only guy really to kind of squeeze in a little bit more minutes. That's different from what we're doing now. Devin's going to stay where he's at. He's going to, if Devin can get 10 points a game, 8 points a game over the next 5-6 games, that's good, because we'll need that in the play-in. Again, in this play-in, guys, like, in order for us to be successful, to try to get to that 8th seed, we need 6 to 8 guys in double figures, and we need to be clicking on the defensive end, right? And so that's the goal, and that's what we're trying to build towards in these next 5 games that we have left. All right, so keys to the Milwaukee game: let's sit in a zone. Let's make them shoot the ball. If we lose like that, fine, whatever. But let's work on this. Executing a game plan. Win or lose, whatever, let's execute the game plan, right? Because that's what we're going to have to do on a whole other level come the Memphis game, right? We're going to have to really execute to win those do or die scenarios, right? So let's build on that. Okay, let's build on those attention to details. That's what's important right now. Okay, so all right, so when we get back, let's take a look at this playing scenario, and we're gonna take a look at Paul Garcia's Twitter. He's one of the lead writers over there at Project Spurs, and see what he's got in our scenarios here down the stretch. So we'll be right back.